Broadcasting from San Jose on Eyada.com. It's the Wrestling Observer Live with Dave Meltzer.
Let's go to Mike in California. Mike, what's going on?
Hey guys, how you doing?
Hey. Doing really good.
Cool. I got a couple questions for you and a statement. First of all, I know WCW's in a lot of trouble right now, but do you know who came up with the Cruiserweight tag team tournament?
The idea?
Yeah.
Was that Bob Ryder? Someone told me it was Bob Ryder.
Okay, here's the deal. The truth.
I could be dead wrong on that one though. I'm not sure.
I gave them that idea on WCW Live 10 days before they used that idea. And Jeremy Borash told me on WCW Live the day after they used it, I called and I said, thanks for using my idea. I appreciate it a lot. I'm grateful, that you used my idea. And Jeremy told me, that wasn't your idea. That was Johnny Ace's idea, and he shared that idea with us when he was last on in January. So I listened to Johnny Ace's interview in January, and nowhere they mention the Cruiserweight tag teams, but nowhere did they mention the tournament. That was my idea, and I just thought that was really rude of those guys over there, just downplaying like a fan who's trying to help them out. And I'm a really creative guy who has plenty of ideas for them. Have you guys ever seen Logan's Run?
The TV show?
The movie, or Ocean's 11.
I remember it, but I was so busy watching wrestling that I don't remember much about it other than I remember there was a TV show.
I understand. One of the episode in the Twilight Zone movie that Steven Spielberg directed was written by George Clayton Johnson. And he's my mentor as a writer. I'm a screenwriter. And I've mentioned it to Jeremy that I've liked to write for WCW before, and he just downplays me. And my mentor tells me don't even go into wrestling as a writer. And I've told
he's
him
probably right.
He's probably a wise man.
Yeah, but I know that I could just supply so much of a better product than what they're doing. I feel I could conquer the WWF with my ideas. I've had plenty of other ideas that they've used. They just don't know it. And
maybe they're afraid to owe you money.
I just feel like abused as a fan by them and their show that they put on.
I do too.
Huh?
I do too.
It's just
I've been watching it every Monday and Wednesday, and for all these years, just hoping and praying that they finally get their act together.
Yeah. Does Eric Bischoff listen to your show at all or anything?
He doesn't listen to the show, but I talk to Eric Bischoff from time to time.
If you want to drop him my email, if he's interested in a good writer, it's hero9@AOL.com.
Okay.
And if he's interested, and I just wanted to let you know where I think WCW Live belongs. And just give me a second. Here it is.
All right. Bye.
And another thing I want to say, you guys are talking about everybody who's not getting over it because they're being held back, this and that. You got Raven there. Corey Feldman only has a certain shelf life, Raven. You know what I mean?
What's up, Nova?
After a while, you start getting played out,
Like Corey Feldman,
Corey Feldman, man. You're acting like a Corey Feldman. Corey Feldman gets annoying after a while.
Nova or Donnie B?
I can't even hear you.
long enough to get on the show, you damn jabroni.
Yeah, listen, Billy Kidman and all those guys are not. When Sid had the 5-minute match, and you write in the newsletter, Dave, Sid's not over. But when Kidman gets a 5-minute match, he's told to go home early, this and that. I mean, these guys are boring. Billy Kidman's boring. I mean, how can you dress this guy up? I mean, Hogan's got the biggest pop at the Nassau Coliseum. Everybody's making excuses.
I didn't make excuses. I just said that it's not the thing to be doing because they got to be rebuilding, and whether there's. You can't rebuild around 40-year-old guys and turn a company around. And
you got Raven back there saying, it's Nassau Coliseum. I would have thought Hogan would have got booed at the Nassau Coliseum because the new Long Island crowd is brutal. I thought they were going to boo him.
Well, they did every time until he came out. Every time it was on the video stream, they were
booing. All these guys who can't get over it. I'll pay $5 to $10 extra a ticket to keep the luchadors and the Japanese off the card. And I'm a fan. I'm a hardcore fan. I subscribe to your newsletter, and I don't like those guys. You know what I mean? And you got all these guys in ECW getting over. They're only getting big pops for their music. I mean, a few years ago, what'd you have? The Bad Crew coming down with March of the SOD. That song is getting a pop, not those clowns. You got Raven coming out to Offspring. Everybody's popping for the Offspring, not Raven.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? All these promos. Raven, you were ripping off Black Sabbath 5 or 6 years ago in ECW, And critically acclaimed, promos by Raven. I mean,
no, I was ripping off Black Sabbath back in ECW, not WCW.
That's what I'm saying, back in ECW, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
You got all these great promos.
Fucking rocks.
You know, and Billy Kidman, he didn't fit into a group like with the Filthy Animals. When I think of Filthy Animals, I think of Filthy Animal Taylor from Motorhead. You know, you think of Lemmy from Motorhead.
Brought Lemmy out?
What was that?
We should have brought Lemmy Kilmister out and put him
if I would have put a Filthy Animals together, you would have had a better look for the Filthy Animals than Kidman. I would have put you in there. I would have got Brian Lee, maybe put him in there. Some scruffy guy.
The Bulldozer?
What was that?
The Bulldozer, Brian Lee?
Yeah, where was he?
Where's Brian Lee?
Ball, whatever his name was, I would have put him in that group. Not Billy Kidman's going, yeah, with just a couple of filthy animals, Gene Oakland. What the heck is that about?
Hey, Dave, where is Brian Lee at?
I don't know. That's a good question.
He's fallen off the radar.
Yeah, he's another one.
VH1, where are they now?
You know, they got to get Raven. They got to get you and Corey Feldman together, man.
We got to get a new caller.
For the Uncanny, man. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Hello.
Nice caller.
Dave, how you doing?
Doing really good.
Let me ask you a question here. My friend was on the internet. He read your website and you said that WCW is going to be dying.
I didn't say they were going to be
dying yet, and everybody's keeping it quiet?
I didn't say that it was going to be dying. I said that everybody should prepare for the fact that there may be a time that this company is not around, and there is a possibility that if the sale does not go through, there is a strong possibility that the company will not exist. If the sale goes through, it will exist for a while.
But how do you know it didn't already go through and everybody's keeping it quiet?
There's a possibility, but the point is that I was trying to make is even if the sale went through, you better prepare just like with ECW, because
Paulie was a cokehead.
What does that have to do? But it didn't make money. That had nothing to do with it.
The fact is the company
The company lost money.
I know.
ECW lost $2.5 million, which is basically what WCW loses in 2 weeks. And the point is that Time Warner might be able to absolve those losses, but those kind of losses every 2 weeks, sooner or later, I'm saying, like, if they cannot turn it around, this company losing that kind of money that quickly is not going to be around forever. They need to turn it around.
Do you think Eric can turn it around?
Do I think he can? I think the odds are against him. I hope he does. I hope greatly that he does. But the odds, I would say, certainly the odds are against him.
Do you think that Vince Russo was sent there to ruin it and lose all that money for them?
No, I don't think that.
Why don't you think that? Why does all wrestlers think that?
There are wrestlers who think that, but...
and it's not all of them, but there are.
Nah, I don't even think the majority do. I mean, I think that people kind of do that with their conspiracy theories and everything. You know, I don't rule out, because it's Vince McMahon, the possibility that that's true, but it's one of those things where I really don't believe it. You know, I really don't.
Any reason?
Just the reactions of everyone, just the reactions of Russo. I don't think Russo's a good enough actor to have pulled it off to this degree, to pull it off like that.
But you don't think he tried to get all the top?
And Russo did, you know, Russo really tried. I mean, I can't ever take the way that Russo worked really, really hard, and he really tried. It's just that his idea of what would work didn't work. I mean, miserably didn't work. Why
would he go out and bash at the beach and screw somebody that he couldn't get away with screwing? Where's Russo now? He's done. He's finished. He's in a video store somewhere selling videos because he fucked with Hogan.
We don't even know where he is. I don't know where he is. Why would he do that? I think he thought that he was going to outmaneuver Hogan.
And he got away with it for a while. He wasn't fired the next day. He laughed.
That's right. Which is that's a miracle too. If that ever happened, that's the one I still haven't figured out is how come Siegel didn't just go, you know, hey, you're out of your mind. So go home. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Instead, he sided with, Siegel. Siegel made a lot of bad decisions. What can I say?
Because he didn't know how to run a wrestling company.
He knew nothing about wrestling whatsoever, and you cannot have someone running a wrestling company who knows nothing about wrestling. I think we've learned that rule over 13 years of WCW. We got to hit a break, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go to Alex in Puerto Rico. Alex, what's going on?
The pamphlets Brian sent me.
Alex.
Hello. The Caribbean Wrestling Association, April 29th is going to be launched in Isabela.
Okay.
Isabela, Puerto Rico.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
And I went to this independent show this Sunday in Boca.
Yeah.
The crowd was hot for the whole show.
Good.
It was Iman Latin Wrestling.
Okay.
I was wondering, if the WWF has a show here in Puerto Rico on metal, will WCW have a syndicated show anywhere like in the Caribbean?
WCW does not exist.
I mean, the new Nitro.
If WWF wants to syndicate it, I doubt it. I doubt that they're going to put that show into syndication, so I would seriously doubt it unless you get TNN that you'll see it in Puerto Rico. You're not going to see it on broadcast TV. They're not. There's no plans to do WCW syndication as of right now.
But I mean, in Puerto Rico, I never gotten to see ECW anyway.
Okay.
Only on pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, any NWA news?
No.
How's Extreme Pro Wrestling doing? The next ECW?
When's their next show? I don't. They're doing the show in Patriot Center. Or I think is that what it's called? I don't even remember the name of the building.
I don't know if I'd call it the next ECW.
Yeah. Well, someone has to say that. Someone has to be. Them in Combat Zone, right?
Yeah, Combat Zone Wrestling. They're like the next ECW, right?
No, neither of them are, but that's okay. Someone has to be, so they can both be. But neither of them are going to be.
Expand.
Wrestling Zone's the other one. They're also going to be the next ECW.
Mm-hmm. Excuse me. Will XPW expand, like, to fight the WWF? Compete?
No. No, that will not happen. That will not happen.
Anybody besides me loves the XFL?
Oh, plenty of people love the XFL.
About 100,000 people.
Unfortunately, that's not enough for a TV rating, but no, a lot of people love the XFL.
I would like to know, anybody, did you hear Conan came to Puerto Rico to fight Fidel Sierra this weekend?
Yeah, Fidel Sierra on Saturday and Sunday, yeah.
I was wondering, since WCW is now with the WWF, will you see someone like Ricky Banderas, Shane the Glamour Boy, or even Savio Vega fight in WCW?
I don't think so. I seriously doubt it. I mean, I guess there's a possibility if that's what. Well, all those guys have been released by WWF, so they're under contract to IWA. I mean, the idea that Miguel's a good worker and they could re-sign him and put him in the WCW, but I haven't heard anyone thinking along those lines. So it's
going to be filled up with their own developmental guys before they get anybody from IWA.
How about,
I don't think it'll happen.
How about Ray Gonzalez, the Universal Champion for the 8th time?
Yes. What about him?
You think WCW would have signed him if they would still exist?
No, because they would not.
Because he was saying that he's Mr. Ratings and he gotten over.
Well, in that case, they might have considered it.
Their ratings are awesome in Puerto Rico. You can't argue that. They got the best ratings anywhere in the world right now, I think.
Like a 28 share.
Yeah, I watched the show every Sunday.
Yeah, the 40 share, that's right.
40 shares on Saturday. Yeah.
Think about that.
Yeah.
Hey, I watch the show every Saturday and Sunday.
Hey, no, I got a question, and then we got to get running. Do they have any competition on TV at that time slot, or is it sort of like there's nothing but test patterns on the other stations?
No, there's nothing but crappy programming until the IWA comes on at 1 o'clock here in Puerto Rico.
Okay, so
what
that's
else is on at 1 o'clock?
IWA. But there's nothing
what else? There's nothing else on TV?
What's on between 11 and 1 when WWC's on? 11 and 1.
Children's programming and some other crap.
Okay. I mean, that's not specific enough, but that's okay. We got to get running, okay?
But can I do something?
Yes.
The CWA, April 29th and May 6th in Isabella, headlined by Crazy Boy and a Paramedic.
Cool. Okay.
All righty, buddy.
I want to start with James in Kentucky. James, you're first up with Billy.
How you doing?
Hey, all right.
Doing good.
I just want to say you're a real inspiration to me when I'm thinking about getting into the wrestling business, and you're an inspiration to me.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that.
And there's two Billy Grahams in this world that I love. Reverend Billy Graham and the superstar Billy Graham.
All right. Hey, man, they used to give my, the airline ticket agencies used to get my name mixed up with the Reverend Billy Graham. And when I'd say I'd give them a itinerary for Billy Graham, they would say to me, "You mean you're the real Billy Graham?" He thought I was the Reverend. But, yeah, well, I appreciate that very much. I certainly do.
Hey, Dave?
Yes?
I got a nickname for you, Dynamite Dave.
Okay, cool.
Wow.
Yeah, write that down, Dave.
That's pretty impressive.
Y'all have a good weekend.
Okay, thanks very much.
Bye.
Okay, bye. Let's go to Curtis. Curtis, what's going on?
Hello?
Hey, Curtis.
Yeah. I was wondering, when is Paul Heyman going to still be in the WWF for a while?
Until they fire him.
Probably.
I hope he gets fired.
Or he quits. Or he quits, one or the other.
I hope he gets fired because he's annoying. He always, like, whenever an ECW wrestler comes out, he goes, Rhino, the last ECW champion, are just incredible.
The Mandy's, Rhino.
I know. Or every
I think
time,
there's
like,
a reason for all that.
I know, and
He's
he
trying to
keeps
protect
going,
his buddies.
He goes like, he like says the only CW you could say around here is ECW. When when they were talking about the WCW thing, he's annoying. I swear if he would have like stayed a moment longer, like on the Raw, I would have just turned it off. Because you know when he was doing his own thing last night on Raw.
You mean a moment longer
before
alone?
JR came out.
Yeah, I mean till he came out. Because he was annoying. He was making fun of JR's, his disease. He was making fun of it last night.
I don't like that. But
was he making fun of that?
Yeah.
He squinched up his face when he did some, and kind of talked out of the side of his mouth. Yeah, he did.
Okay.
I didn't like that, but since, JR could tell him not to, and he wouldn't, so I can't feel bad. I mean, I can not like it, but it's like I don't feel sorry for JR because, it's, you know what I mean? If he said don't make fun of him, I'm sure Heyman wouldn't do it.
Hey, what station is this show on? Because I got this number out of magazine.
This show that you're listening to right now?
The radio show?
Yeah, what station is it on?
It's not on a station. It's on Eyada.com. Just go in.
I can hear the background of your house, kid. Are you listening to it?
No. I'm listening to a TV.
Okay.
Okay, so it's Eyada.com.
Yeah, you know who they should get? You remember that ECW guy, Joel Gerdner?
Yeah, I remember.
He was real funny. I wish they'd get him instead of Paul Heyman.
He can't do those limericks on. He won't be able to do those limericks in the WWF though.
Oh
They would really get in trouble.
Maybe WCW at 11 o'clock in the morning or 11 o'clock at night.
11 o'clock. Yeah, at 1 in the morning. Yeah.
Yeah. How come people thought what Stone Cold did to Lita was like women abuse or whatever?
Why did people think it was?
Yeah, I didn't think it was
abusing
like
a woman.
Yeah, but still, I thought that was funny. When Triple H pedigreed her. I mean, I didn't think it was funny because it was against a woman. Just thought it was funny. I already knew that was
someone out.
Huh? Yeah.
Funny.
It's funny
I don't know if that was my emotion.
I already knew that Stone Cold was going to become a bad guy because some guy told me like a couple of days before WrestleMania it was going to happen.
He doesn't listen to the show.
Huh?
How old are you, Curtis?
I'm 13.
Okay. And you watched all of Raw last night?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay, we're going to go to the next call.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah. And how about this, though? This probably be a career killer for The Rock right here. If Rock turned on the fans and then joined up with the new version of Nation Domination,
this is not the weaker year to be doing anything like that.
No.
Why don't they just turn everyone heel and have no baby faces over? That's a great idea.
Okay. I don't know if this will ever work, though. I don't know if we've been for it. I had an idea for Stevie Ray and Booker T feud where Booker T started going to carjack different wrestlers' car every week until they get caught. Then Booker T was going to find out who's behind it. He found out it was his brother. And then then Booker T going to bring his wife out there with him, and then his wife going to low blow her husband, and then kiss Stevie Ray in the mouth.
It's not going to happen.
You put a lot of thought in that one, didn't you?
Huh?
It's not going to happen, though. Terry, we got to get right.
And just secondly, that WCW naming contest.
Yes.
I checked out the site yesterday, the WWF site, but they don't give you the results when you vote.
Yeah, I know.
What do you guys think of WCW Hotbox hosted by Kim Page? Just a thought.
You can get her.
Huh? Yeah. Oh, sure. Everyone can get her. Anyway, guys, I'll let you get on to the next calls, man.
I knew there was a joke in there somewhere.
All right. Bye.
All right, bye-bye. Yes. Let's go to John in Florida. John, what's going on?
Hey, Dave, how you doing?
We're doing fine.
Hey, listen, do you think Eric Bischoff's announcement next week on Nitro is all will work and he's going to say, we got the deal, we're going to Fox?
If he's got the deal and they're going to Fox, yeah, he doesn't have it today.
And is it true? Somebody told me he has no power. How's he making matches and telling everybody to come here if he's got no power? Something's fishy there, don't you think?
It's fake. No, Eric Bischoff's in control of creative, and he's been paid by by Turner. He's got a contract with Turner, and this is his job, and he's doing his job. That's all.
But do you think it's an angle next week?
Next week is it. What are you talking? There are no more angles. It's over. It's over on that station forever. Okay, maybe not forever.
I understand that, but I'm saying the angles that they're starting are they going to continue on to Fox?
If they have it signed, then maybe that's what he will announce. But if they don't have it signed, then they can't announce it.
They cannot announce that.
Because
there is no deal. There is no deal today, or there was no deal as of this morning. There may be one. I mean, things change on a moment by moment basis. There was no deal this morning.
Jason Shire said when he called WCW last night, a lot of guys backstage said that wasn't Eric talking, that was somebody else talking. And they believe it's all a work.
Oh, brother. See ya. I want to go to Alex in Puerto Rico since he's calling on a payphone. Alex, what's going on?
Hello?
Hey, Alex, what's going on?
Yo,
Alex, you're on.
Is Brian Alvarez there?
Yeah,
Brian Alvarez is there.
I subscribed to your newsletter.
Okay.
I still haven't got my free booklets yet.
Okay. Yeah, we ran out a couple of weeks ago. Just get your address to me, and I'll send them out to you.
Alexander Arce.
Actually, I don't think you should give it on the air. Can you give a computer with email?
No.
You don't? Okay, just send it via postal mail, and I'll get it to you.
You got my home address, right?
Yeah, what's your, just give me your first name.
You probably don't have a lot of Alexes in Puerto Rico on your list.
Alex in Puerto Rico?
No.
Okay, I'll get it out to you, buddy.
Alexander Arce.
Okay. All right, give it to me, buddy.
Okay, you gonna mail it out?
Yeah.
Yes, you will.
You have my address, right?
I got it.
Okay, I'd like to ask you something. Is ECW gonna come back like the NWA did?
No. They just filed bankruptcy. They're dead.
When they died?
Well, I guess officially they officially died Wednesday, but they really died in January.
After guilty as charged, right?
Yeah, a week later.
I would like
that
to
would have been their last show.
WCW Worldwide, is that still on syndication?
WCW Worldwide, maybe, but it's only if it is, it'll only be like for another week or so.
Excuse me?
If it is, it'll only be for another week or so. I'm not sure when the last episode is. I think they may have done the last episode already.
I was wondering, what day is the new Nitro coming on TNN?
Saturday night, 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. Starting June the 9th. Tentatively June the 9th. It could be June 16th.
June 16th?
It could. June 9th right now could be June 16th.
Because my cable company, Centennial Cable, does not carry TNN.
Uh-oh.
You'll have to give him a call.
Bunch of cheap asses.
Yeah, you should give him a call and say I want.
A lot of cable companies are like that.
That's why Raw's not going.
That's why I switched to a dish. It's like you watch those annoying commercials that say you switch to a dish, now you'll never get another girlfriend.
Oh, that's right.
Dave.
Yes.
There was this show in Hatillos on WrestleMania weekend, put on by the Iman Latin Wrestling show group, here in Puerto Rico. They got some good stars.
How was the shows? Did you go do any of the IWA shows over the weekend?
No, I've seen it on Channel 12. Miguel Perez dressed up as a mummy.
Right.
He came out and started attacking Star Corporation.
Yeah. I heard it was hot.
And Shane the Clown Boy won the belt again in Bayamon.
I heard that was an awesome match, too.
Yeah, from a friend of mine told me. And he heard from the internet that Gran Apollo and Ricky Banderas are turning heel against Shane the Glamour Boy.
Yeah, Gran Apollo looks like he's going heel, yeah.
I would like to know, since WWF bought WCW, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Will they start sending their stars to Puerto Rico, the WCW workers?
To IWA? I guess they could. I mean, that certainly is not in the plans right now. The only guy I heard that's being sent to Puerto Rico regularly is Russ McCullough's going starting Friday. Who's an OVW guy.
What you say?
Russ McCullough.
Rusty who?
Russ
He's
McCullough.
from Ohio Valley Wrestling. He's not on WWF TV yet.
He looks like Kevin Nash. Unfortunately.
Damien
got a
looks
haircut.
like Kevin Nash.
What? Yeah, he looks like Kevin Nash, Russ McCullough.
I heard that he's going to be given the junior heavyweight belt again.
Yeah, I think so. Okay.
So is Ray Gonzalez going to the new WCW?
I seriously doubt it. Seriously.
Why you say that?
Yeah.
He's 8 times Universal Champion here in the WWC.
I heard 12 times, but it doesn't really matter.
But who's counting? I'd like to know.
I remember seeing Ray Gonzalez, years ago in Japan. He was pretty good.
Don't you ever? Excuse me.
I don't get tapes from Puerto Rico. I haven't seen a Puerto Rico tape in years, unfortunately.
Well, I enjoy Brian's newsletter so much. That's
so
all I my friend. And my friends couldn't believe that ECW died. And most of my friends couldn't believe WCW went out of business.
Yeah, it's a sad day in wrestling.
It's been a sad year. It's been a sad year in wrestling. Anyway, we got to go. Okay?
Can I say something?
Go ahead.
Can you send me a sample issue of the Wrestling Observer?
Yeah, Brian emailed me his address. He doesn't.
Will do.
And I'll send him an issue. Okay?
We'll take care of you, Alex.
We're gonna run to James in Kentucky. James, how are you?
Pretty good. How y'all doing?
Good.
Hey, Dynamite Dave.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, Jim.
Yeah.
I'm a real big fan of yours, and I was wanting to know, are you going to be in the new WCW?
I'll tell you, I'm training really hard and making a real effort at making a serious comeback with either one of the groups or both groups or the combined group or whatever. But I would definitely like to make a real nice comeback with one of the two groups.
Yeah. Dave, I got a question for you too. Okay, it's about the Raw on Monday night. I watched it, and they had low rating. What was their rating by the?
It was a 5.0. It was down a 10th from the week before.
Oh, yeah.
It's not
pretty much the same.
Low. Yeah, it's not. I wouldn't call it a low rating, but it's like the rating hasn't moved since WCW went off the air. So I think that's got to be disappointing. I'd call it a disappointing rating, but 5.0 this day and age for a cable show, you can't call that a low rating.
Hey, Dave.
Yes.
At the end of that match on the main event, Stone Cold and them.
Yeah.
Do you think that was a little bit too violent?
Oh, with the chairs and everything like that?
Yeah, hitting them.
To me, it's the same thing
Any
that's
other
been done for
beating.
weeks. Yeah,
I mean,
it's
not. There's sometimes Vince McMahon forgets there's little children watching this, and
no, he doesn't forget. He just.
I don't think he forgets. He just doesn't really care.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Well, there is no real censorship on any of the TV shows anyway.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, is Brett coming back to wrestling soon?
No.
Okay, Jim, would you tell Brett I say hello?
Will do.
James from Kentucky. And I still think about Owen every day, and I'll never forget Owen.
Yeah, a lot of people do up here too, and all over the world.
Yeah.
Tragic. It's horrible.
Yeah, it is. And it's nice talking to you. And
all right.
Thanks, James.
Can't say it's racism in WCW. That's why they're not being pushed. I mean, I'm a regular wrestling fan. I don't like the
but they're not even being given a chance.
Yeah, that's right. There's no.
But what kind of chance? You got to go out there and do your thing. If you got a 5-minute match, you got to go out there and do your thing.
Okay. Well, just as an example, just as those guys on the pay-per-view, the Young Dragons and those guys. The best guy on that whole show was Kaz Hayashi. His match started to get over. Do you think that it made any difference? Do you think when Eddie Guerrero was out there having phenomenal matches, or Mysterio Jr. when they first got there, were they given a chance to go up? No, they weren't. They were,
But the fans, their personalities stink. You know what I mean? I'm a regular fan. I don't like the Japanese
when Eddie Guerrero wrestled. That's racist. There you go.
No, I don't like
wrestlers.
Guys that are 3 foot tall doing head scissors as their only move. I mean, come on already. You got Rey Mysterio jumping around. He knows one move, a head scissor. Who?
Rey Mysterio knows
one move. And any of his big matches always hit with a head.
See you, Mike.
Was that Vince Russo?
You got to do a better argument than that. Once you give Rey Mysterio knows one move, you're in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, me and my boyfriend think you're like one of the greatest men to walk in wrestling. We have a lot of respect for you and what you do. So.
Well, thank you very much, I appreciate it.
Yeah. What's the name of the man that does this interview?
Me? Dave Meltzer.
Oh, sorry. I always forget the name of people who suck.
Okay, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Let's go to Tom. Tom, what's up?
You ain't gonna rerun this show, are you, Dave?
Let's go to James. James, what's up?
Is it just me, or does Benoit just have abnormally short arms? Because I mean,
he does have abnormally short arms. Yes.
Really? Like how short? Like is he
I don't know, but they're short for his height. Yes. Which is probably why.
Does he have trouble tying his shoes?
I don't know, but you're going.
No, but I bet he can bench a hell of a lot.
What?
Good morning. How are you?
We're doing just fine.
What's the matter?
Nothing's the matter.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions. I want to have
Go
them
ahead.
answered immediately.
Well,
Who
try
is
your
your
best.
daddy, and what does he do?
What did he? Is he gone?
That you think there's like a place for him today in wrestling?
Abdullah?
Yeah.
Dave, if I'm not mistaken, he still wrestles, doesn't he?
Yeah, Big Japan.
Yeah.
Try just some indies. Oh, not again! Go! Kill him!
I thought we had a rule.
We have a. Yeah, what is that rule? No banging pots and pans during the show.
Pot on the air.
What was that?
That's right. John, you're up next.
Hello.
Hey, how are you?
Hey, Brain Man. God, you just kick ass, dude.
How you doing?
Good. I had a couple questions. Were the rumors true about Okerlund picking up the 16-year-old farm girls?
Okay, see you later. Let's go to Matt.
Hey guys, how's it going?
It's going pretty good.
Bobby,
Well, the reason Oakland does that is he's not strong enough to pick up 18-year-old farm girls. What a stupid question.
Let's go to Sherman. Sherman, what's going on?
I'm on the phone, Mom. Hello?
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, how's it going?
It's going really good.
I have a question regarding the Ross report.
Yeah.
Did you see that line he had about changing up storylines or something? Or
Yeah, I read the whole thing. He said a lot of things that really surprised me on Friday, I must say.
That was an interesting report.
do you think that
Yeah,
could be like maybe a main event push for Chris Benoit or Dean Malenko or something like that?
No.
I think it's more like the writing crew.
Yeah, I think they're looking for new. They're looking. They're adding Bruce Pritchard, or Bruce. I say adding because he's always had input, but Bruce Pritchard is going to have more input into the writing. Obviously, it's clearly no secret that they want Paul Heyman to come in and help write. So I think that it's basically their response to a lot of the criticism, like here and elsewhere, that it had become too women-oriented soap opera and like the Trish stuff. People were getting sick of the Trish and Stephanie stuff, and you can tell they've toned down on it a lot. So I think that's what that's all about, is that they're trying to get, and maybe a little more of a wrestling, more wrestling-oriented product as opposed to the women doing the soaps.
Well, okay. My next question is, I want to get your opinion on why do you think American fans don't appreciate work rate like Japanese fans do, but all they do is just like cheer The Rock and eyebrows.
It's just how they're weaned. If you're taught, when you start watching wrestling, what is emphasized is the athletic ability and the work rate, then that's what you're looking for. But what is emphasized is the interviews, and that's what you will look for. So wrestling fans are a product of what they're taught to be a product of. So, in America, two guys go out there and have a great match, and they get no praise for it. They're not going to get any benefit from it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I love Dave, do you ever watch Iron Chef?
No.
You don't?
No.
You should check it out sometime. It's pretty good.
Okay.
All right. Thanks for taking my call.
Okay, bye-bye. That was pretty cool.
That guy just wanted to get an Iron Chef plug in.
I know. Let's go to Jim in Colorado. Jim, what's going on?
Yeah, from what you've heard on the TLC match, does Benoit have trouble reaching the tag team titles?
I don't know.
He didn't bust out the 5-foot ladder like on the pay-per-view.
Oh, well, if he wins King of the Ring, do you think that he'll have trouble putting on the crown?
Okay, you're gone. Let's go to Mike in Boston. Mike, you're next up. He's gone. Let's go to Wes. Okay, let's go to Paul, New York.
Yeah, hi. How about WB Network for ECW?
If they can get on. I think Paul would die and go to heaven if he had national WB exposure. See ya!
Oh, my God.
I snuck in right before the show ended. Oh, man. We're supposed to...
He could have at least asked about Abdullah.
Yeah, but then we would have known.
What do you think's going to happen at the pay-per-view? Is Ric Flair going to kiss Dusty's ass?
Oh, God.
Oh, that I don't know. Probably.
Ric Flair, his deal's probably coming due, or he's working without a contract, whatever the deal is right now. So.
Hey, Dave, I saw your home number on the net, you know.
My home number?
It's on the internet. I have it written down.
Well, don't
That's
call
okay. I mean, my home number's in the Observer every week.
I think it's on the website.
It's not a big
my
deal.
friend called and he said he got some guy, Rick.
Then maybe it's the wrong number that's on the internet. I don't know.
I don't know. But let me ask you this. Why is Vince McMahon the way he is?
That's the best question I've
I've been trying
ever
to figure
heard.
that out for years.
Do you think he killed
I think it's a
Owen
product.
Hart, or was it
I think
an
it's a
accident?
product of. I think it's a product of his upbringing. Seriously,
It was an accident.
You think so? What makes you say this?
because that's the only answer I could give you. It's heredity and environment that
No, he's
causes.
talking about Owen Hart. He's talking about Vince killed Owen.
Vince didn't kill Owen.
Let me ask you this. I heard this. I heard Owen wanted out of his contract to go with Brett to WCW. Then a couple of weeks later, they tell him go up top, and he's afraid of heights. And then all of a sudden he falls. Don't you find something fishy there?
I do not, for one second, think that Vince McMahon did anything to cause that to happen, or that he's anything but sorry. Why would he? You know, he didn't have anything against Owen Hart. He wouldn't even do that to Bret Hart. Although I'm sure he's had thoughts of doing it. But he wouldn't do it. I mean, there's a lot of things that Vince McMahon is, and there's a lot of things that he isn't, but that isn't one of them. Okay, we'll take Alex and we're going to go to break. Alex, what's up?
Hello, Brian.
Hey, what's going on?
Heard, CWA launched this Saturday in Hatijo. It was a wild show. Paramedic and Crazy Boy put on a good show. But at the end, it was like an ECW show, and everybody running in and brawling all over the building. Tyron Ganetti's match was also good.
Alex, do you have anything for Nick?
Yes, Mr. Bockwinkel.
Yes, sir.
I'm trying to learn how to be a wrestler.
God bless you.
What should a young guy like me do to get into the business today?
Pick the right parents.
To first of all, accept the fact that what you want to do, well, let's see, you want to say you want to get into the business. You want to become, quote, a wrestler.
Hello?
Yeah, you there?
Yeah.
Okay. It's simple enough of what your desire is. And you can go to any number of schools. In fact, coming up here real soon, in about 2 months, there's a Las Vegas Wrestling Academy that is being...
Okay, thank you. Can I ask you a question, another one?
Get rid of him. We got to go to break. Bye.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
Get a phone. That's another good piece of advice.
That's
right.
The last gentleman that was asking about he wanted to be a wrestler. Is he still there, or did he go?
No, he's long gone. In fact, he will never be back. He will never be back. He's just passed away. Okay, thanks. Let's go to James in Kentucky. James, what's up?
Hey, how y'all doing?
Hey.
Dynamite Dave.
Yes.
James, how come I don't have a nickname yet?
I'm thinking of one for you.
Okay.
I'll get back with you on that. I just want to say that I watched Raw last night, and other Raws I watched. I'm a fan of longer matches.
Well, you're not going to be happy a lot.
I know, but 7-8 minutes match, okay too.
Well, we got Austin's match went 7 minutes.
Yeah,
that was the
and
only
plus
one.
Jericho and them. And
Jericho. That's right. They went like 10 minutes. Yeah.
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 And that was my two favorite matches, and that I think if they kept the wrestlers in there for that light heavyweight title match, like another 7 minutes or so, that would have been a great match. It went
I think that particular crowd would have gone for that.
Yeah.
It's like I blinked and it was over.
That happens a lot.
Yeah, and I would like to say that if the WWF would quit, who cares about what every once in a while? Every once in a while, what goes on in the back, people's interested. But the Dynasty, Dallas, Knots Landing era is over, and people's just not interested. Like me, I got old tapes. If I want to watch a Dynasty in Dallas, people.
I think Dave has those old tapes too.
What now?
Do you have those old Dallas tapes, Dave?
Yeah.
No, I have none of them.
J.R. Ewing? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember J.R. Ewing.
Are you talking about the soap opera, the WWF, is that what you're comparing it to?
Yes.
Soap
opera.
Okay.
See,
I'm you watched when you were a kid.
I'm a fan of
With
the
your grandma.
80s also, when they just had matches.
I was a big fan in the 80s, too, but that was in the 80s. I was a big fan of the 80s in the 80s.
I like the 80s music, by the way, too. Okay.
Yeah.
What? I don't mind it, but I don't want to be like re-releasing it either.
Okay, Dave, what you were saying that they was going to put Benoit and Jericho against the Christian and Edge?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. You think pretty soon? I believe that'll happen at tonight's taping or whenever it is of SmackDown.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think a good match coming up for the next pay-per-view, Benoit versus Kurt Angle in a ladder match with the medals
We've
on
had so many we've had so many ladder matches. We had Benoit and Jericho in a ladder match this year. Then we had the tables, ladders, and chairs at WrestleMania. It's like, it's going to be like the cage where you do it so much that you've killed it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So I really think
I really just don't want to see. I don't think those guys could. I don't know if I want to say that. I don't think they could have a good ladder match together. But just looking at those two, you don't think. Well, I guess Benoit maybe, but not Angle. You just don't think ladder match. What's Angle going to do in a ladder match?
Well, he'll try to do anything he can to get them medals back. You know what I mean?
I guess so.
Yeah, they got to do something with those medals.
Yeah.
Maybe medals on a pole.
How about the winner? The winner is the guy who tears off the loser's pants.
Oh.
I don't want to see that either. Yes.
Yeah, Dave. I just wanted to tell you
when
how
they do
much
that one, then we know they're really in trouble.
I'm a dedicated wrestling fan.
Uh-huh.
You know how long I've been on the phone waiting to get on air? I've been on here a whole hour.
Wow.
That's how dedicated I am.
Cool.
And tomorrow, Bobby Heenan's going to be on, right?
Yes, he is.
That's right.
And it's not like one-time thing. I could call back in tomorrow and talk to Bobby.
You can call to talk to Bobby Heenan. Yes, you can. In fact, I encourage you to do so.
Okay. And also, I would like to say that would be deemed the meeting of the minds.
What did you say?
What was that?
I missed that.
The meeting of the minds.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. We got to run to a break right now.
Thank you.
Hello.
Sonny?
Yeah.
Yeah. We got Tammy Sitch on this line.
Yes, Tammy. I've always followed you, and I've been a big fan of yours.
Well, thank you very much.
Last time you was in WCW, I was just, when you left, it was just I couldn't understand it,
Well, I really didn't like what WCW was doing. I didn't like what they were headed for.
Right.
So I just, said, all right. That's
None of us did.
What got me was, Tammy, I really got pissed off a lot of wrestling chat rooms. They were talking about where you'd let yourself go and everything. I tell you, you're a sexy damn woman. I tell you that right now. I don't care. A little bit of meat on the bone ain't never hurt a woman.
Okay, then.
I mean, I don't mean to embarrass you, but it just kind of.
Hey, nothing embarrasses me.
But
and everything embarrasses me.
I'm gonna sign up for y'all's website because I tell you, y'all are some sexy women. I tell you that.
Well, thank you very much.
All right.
Well, Monday's a day for you, Jimmy.
Okay, y'all have a great weekend.
Oh, gosh. Okay. We've got Eddie in New Orleans. Eddie, what's going on?
Guys, man, I can't believe I'm following Hillbilly Jim up there. God, that guy scared me. This is a channel. Hey, Dave, this show should be on the Comedy Channel of Eyada, man. It is hilarious.
So that guy.
I'm glad you like it.
It's great. Well, hey, Dave, Brian, y'all always do a hell of a good job getting the word out. But Missy?
No, Missy's not on.
Oh well, Sunshine, Tammy, Lynn Cinch, and all.
Sunshine.
Sunshine.
Wrong chick, babe.
Wait, what?
I'm
Wrong
20
decade.
years younger.
Oh.
Yeah, wrong decade. Whatever happened to her anyway? But anyway.
Yeah, well, I wanted to throw down the gauntlet and challenge Missy Hyatt. Could you put her back on?
Hold on.
Thank you.
Hello.
Miss Hyatt, I've watched your work, world class. I go way back and all that fun stuff, and admired your work. But you know what? When you said that mention about you make more money with your phone on, you're promoting that, and you knew what you were doing. I'm the one challenger. Throw down the gauntlet. If you think you can go against Vince, go after it. If you think you can make more money, do it.
I'm doing it right now. Wrestling.
No. I'm talking about if you think you can outmatch Vince, put your own league together. Get on TV.
Oh, come on. Nobody can fight Vince. No one can out-promote Vince. No one ever said that.
No, she's the one who's talking about it, saying, she knows everything. Come on.
She didn't say she could out-promote Vince.
Money off myself.
Hey, money makes the world go round, and if you got money, you could do a league.
I think myself and Tammy are getting naked on our website because I smell Porsche. Okay? I don't want to run a wrestling company. If I want to run a wrestling company, I guess I'd get backers and I'd try to run a wrestling company. But
then you learn something?
Is dead.
Then you learn something?
Is dead.
Well, then you learn something how to do it?
Jabroni.
Oh, yeah, that's easy. Easy one. Come on, come back with me. Come on. Throw another one at me. Come on. You see? Dead air. It's always good.
All right, anything else?
Yeah, I respect your work and all that.
Yeah, whatever. Get off the fucking friggin' phone.
Oh, come on. Bring it on.
I don't know who you are, but you know what? You'll probably be the first pervert that signs up to WWF.
No, sorry about that.
Yeah, he'll be the second.
I'm not calling to blow my own website down here, okay?
Yeah, whatever.
All right, I'm not calling to get pervs to spend their money on me, okay?
Yeah, okay. Well, you know what? Go home and live with your mom and
No, I own my own home.
Okay?
I own my own home, sweetheart.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right, I do.
Is it a double wide or a single wide?
No, it's actually a one-story beautiful house in Metairie here in New Orleans.
Yeah. Oh, in New Orleans.
Yeah, in New Orleans. Yeah, what's wrong with that?
Right there.
Oh, that's right. Well, of course not. But you don't have to be like you.
Dead bodies floating up in your.
Oh yeah. We have dead bodies. Yeah, and we even have vampires. That's really.
Great.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna call a friend of mine. We'll put a spell on you
Ooh,
tonight.
voodoo. Oh, so it's Missy Voodoo Hyatt. Whoa.
Yeah,
that's right. A new one. Why don't you go run off with that one too?
Yeah, I'll try. Listen, to make a buck, I will. Okay?
Oh yeah, exactly. That's exactly what you are, making a buck.
And you people down in New Orleans don't like Jews.
You people? You people? This is a good one. Come on. What else? What else? Teach us something. Come on. I'm gonna call you Professor Hyatt because you're just
Okay.
God.
That's it. All right. Is anybody left? Brian,
I'm here.
Okay. David, in Long Island, what's going on?
Oh my God.
Oh my God. David, save my show. Please.
Well, what do you want me to do? Ask about pride or something?
What's going on, David?
Well, I wanted to ask Missy. We know how Lance Storm likes to use lots of logic holes in his argument. Does he like to use lots of holes when he has sex?
Oh, God. Come on, David.
What the hell is going on today?
Well, it's our fault. Jeez.
Yes, Mr. Bockwinkel?
Yes, maybe Brian Pillman. Remember California Brian for like 2 weeks?
That's right, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, go ahead, James.
Could you say hello to John out there? He's listening. He's my friend.
John, hello.
Okay, and we're going to a break. We are going to improve the quality of our callers very soon.
Wait a second. Al, I think, who works with the Meltzer Show.
That's correct.
Now, Al, how could you kick off James from Kentucky? He says you said he was a dull caller.
Exactly.
Well, what do you want him to do? Tell jokes?
Less dull. No, not tell jokes, but contribute something positive to the show, which he does not. And being called Dynamite Dave just kind of doesn't work. We've gotten more complaints about James in Kentucky and another caller, Alex in Puerto Rico, than I care to mention.
Well, this is the advice portion of my gossip program.
Okay.
And so I try to advise James, and I hope that by the next time he calls, he will have gotten a job. And he's come to the conclusion that he has to leave his hometown. I think that's progress. That's not easy to realize, is it, James?
No, it's not. And is this the phone caller? Is this
I'm the phone
screener,
producer. I'm the jack of all trades for the show, James.
He is. That is Al is the person who told you can't talk to the Dave Meltzer Show until you get a job, put in your $1,400, and join that wrestling association.
Well, I call there to talk to the superstars, not to act like a fool.
You mean
which they think I am.
They don't think you're a fool. You do not think he's a fool, Al. He's not a fool.
Well, how about let me call in today and I'll ask a simple question?
Because Dave has specifically told me not to have you on the show anymore, so I kind of have to listen to what the host says, you know.
Now, listen.
You tell Dave this means war then.
War as opposed to what, James? I know that you used to be a caller on WCW Live and they hated you on there too. So
no, they didn't.
Well, oh yes, they did. Trust me.
They
by the way,
by
the way, James, mentioning Ohio Valley Wrestling, if you want to go and work down there, you know, I would try and talk to Jim Cornette as best you can, because those guys down there, I mean, they could use some people. They could use guys like you. They could use your help.
You
helping out on the show.
You obviously love wrestling, and I think you should try and pursue that. And what I think Al is trying to say, James, is they want you to work on, you know, your job and your life a little bit. You're just young. You're just starting out. These guys are older and you know, they've already pursued work a bit. So, you know, I know it's hard to leave he only lives in a town of 1,000 people. Wow. And it must be hard to face the fact that you might have to leave your parents and, you know? Mm-hmm. It's hard, but you've come to that conclusion and that's a big step. So why don't you call your uncle and see if he can try to find a job for you in Louisville.
Well, and I also got something to say about the Dave Meltzer show.
Okay.
I start calling because I heard about these big name wrestlers that was calling.
Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Wait. Don't insult. Wait.
Dave Meltzer.
I know. And I think that they're just trying to encourage you in their own rough, macho way, that they want you to get a little bit more of a life.
In their own testosterone
it's called freedom of speech.
Well, I understand it's freedom of speech, James, but when I got 50 people emailing me telling me that you're horrible, I have to, you know, worry about the content of the show. And if you're bringing the content of the show down, then I don't want you on.
Men are so mean. Men are mean.
And I got to say one thing, Joanna. I think right now he's bringing the content of our show up.
You know, I think you're right about that. Now, James.
You know, people like that takes away the right to get on there and talk about wrestling stuff gives a bad name to wrestling.
Well, I think that's why you need to give a good name to wrestling, and I think you need to go become a wrestler or work for the Wrestling Federation or something. Okay,
Miss Malloy.
Yes.
Can I just say something else?
Please.
He said I was such a bad caller for WCW Live.
Yes.
Every wrestler I talked to on there, either they laughed about me or something, they know who I was though, and I know Jeff Jarrett and all of them.
Well, I think that I believe you 100%, and we just want you to, you know, get your life together and get on the right path, okay?
Yeah, and it really hurts down deep inside that, you know, somebody take away a privilege like that.
You know what, James? You don't need that show right now. What you need is to focus on your own life. You don't want to be thinking so much about superstars and other wrestlers and stuff. That's the problem with this country, is that there's only like 1,000 royalty, 1,000 celebrities who are either actors or sports people, and everybody is just staring at them and watching their lives and living vicariously through them, whereas you should get your own life and try as hard as you can to get the pleasure out of your own work and your own family.
Yes, before I go, could I just ask this man something else?
He went to ask of Dave Meltzer if he could go to the bathroom.
Oh, I just wanted to ask him: Does he know Vince McMahon?
I don't think Al knows Vince McMahon personally. No.
Because I keep on calling his office,
and
he don't return the call or nothing.
Now, come on, James. I know you live in East Ashtray, Kentucky, but don't you think that Vince McMahon is a little bit busy? He's busy.
Why? He done lost XFL.
You think he's just sitting around in shorts watching MacGyver reruns?
And fixing to have run WCW down the tubes when he relaunches it.
Now, Mickey Alla, by the way, says, can you remind James that one of our very nice lady listeners says that Al just gave you a good tip for wrestling in that Ohio Federation. He gave you a name. Did you write down that name that he told you about? Al,
I couldn't hear him.
Al, what was that name? Was this a serious referral? A name of the guy?
Cornette?
Jim Cornette.
Works with Ohio Valley Wrestling.
Okay, so you try. Why don't you write a letter to? Is it Cornett?
Cornette, yeah.
With an E on the end. And
What's the number I could get a hold of him with?
you just call 411 and ask for Ohio Valley Wrestling.
Yeah, they'll direct you to a phone number of the Ohio.
Okay, but you so try that, and also try to get a job from your uncle.
Yeah, and
they have a website. Yeah. You're very internet savvy. Why don't you email them and say you're internet savvy and you know everything about wrestling?
It's obwrestling.com.
Oh yeah, Al.
Yeah.
Tell Dave Meltzer the trademark name I give him. If he uses it again, it's a trademark name, so I'll charge him money.
James, trust me, he will never use that name again.
What is that name?
Dynamite Dave.
Trust me, he'll never use that name again. I trust you.
Never use it again.
Never. Somebody else might use it, but not Dave Meltzer. That's for sure.
James?
What?
James, just pay attention to yourself and forget about Dave for a while. He's going to come crawling back and begging you to be on the show, okay?
I'll never be on their show again.
All right. Well, I'm sorry that Al hurt your feelings. He guys are macho. They just are. I don't know what to say.